everyone, it's James Beazley. Welcome to the Weekly Beaz. This time I'm coming from my home and from my kind of makeshift study as we're all doing remote working. One of the things I wanted to discuss today was the concept which I've talked about a lot before, and it's one of our core beliefs at Six, which is followership. And in particular, it's followership around pivotal positions. And what's a pivotal position? For us, pivotal positions are those positions that are occupied by people that really drive 70 to 80% of the value of any strategy that the company is putting in place. And they're the primary holders of positions that drive the performance of the business. And it's interesting because during these types of crises, the one position that comes to the fore as being a real leader is the HR role. And when crises like this happen, everyone turns their eyes and their focus on HR. And HR are expected to pretty much know what to do, how to do, and how to execute what needs to happen during these times. But in actual fact, there is no real playbook for particularly this type of pandemic crisis. And so the concept of followership, we think, really comes to the fore, and the organizations that either consciously or even unconsciously demonstrate followership are the ones that really come out of this quite successfully. And what do I mean by that? Well, our concept of followership is just because you're the CEO or the top of a hierarchical structure doesn't necessarily mean that you're the right leader for any given circumstance or issue. And so therefore it's those management teams that are comprised of a CEO, finance, marketing, comms, operations, HR, and various other functions that could fill those senior leadership positions. When they work together and determine who is the right person to be leading any given situation or issue, that is demonstrating followership, and it's where they take their lead from someone else in that group, irrespective of where they sit hierarchically in the organization. And what we see here at this moment in time is that HR is being thrust into that leadership position, and a lot of times not really getting necessarily the support they need or the understanding. It's a highly stressful time and a highly stressful situation because the decisions that HR are making at the moment are decisions that affect people's lives. And we as humans, when we make those decisions, there's normally emotion attached to that. And of course, if it's a decision that's affecting a person's life in a negative way rather than a positive way, that plays very heavily on individuals as well. So as a kind of a Weekly Beaz piece of advice and some of the coaching I'm doing with some clients at the moment is, use the concept of followership to actually help HR. They're going to need the help of finance to help them through this in terms of budgeting and various other things to keep all of the workforces either engaged through a furlough process or any of the other government rescue packages. We're going to need the voice of the CEO to be out there and giving reassurance to all of the workforce about they're doing absolutely everything they can to protect people, jobs, and of course the business. They're going to need the comms and the collateral of the marketing team. And so the CEO, the finance, marketing, and any of these other functions will be looking to HR and be looking at HR as the leader, and so therefore they need to support HR throughout this. A really good one also is to use your Zoom, use your Teams, use this type of interaction, and just check in with HR leaders every now and then, on an individual basis, just to see how they're coping, what they're doing, and what you can do under the concept of followership to help them as this leader throughout this crisis at the moment. A big shout out to all you HR leaders out there. We know what you're going through, and I've been there and done it before, and it's difficult and it's hard. And so we're here to support you, and I'm sure all of your organisations are there to support you as well. That's it for the Weekly Beaz. Look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe, stay well.